Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're embarking on an incredible journey to the heart of Morocco, to the ancient city of Fes. But we're not just here for the vibrant souks and stunning architecture. We're here to uncover the story of a place that fundamentally shaped our modern world, the University of Al-Qarawiyyin. You might be thinking, Oxford, Bologna, aren't they the oldest universities? Well, what if I told you that, long before those prestigious institutions were even a thought, a woman in Fes founded a center of learning that has been in continuous operation for over 1,000 years? That's right. According to UNESCO and the Guinness World Records, Al-Qarawiyyin is the oldest existing, continually operating, and the first degree-awarding educational institution in the world. Stick around, because its story is one of vision, knowledge, and enduring legacy that will absolutely blow your mind. Our story begins in the 9th century. Imagine the world back then. The city of Fes was a bustling metropolis, a crossroads of cultures, trade, and ideas. It was into this dynamic environment that a remarkable woman named Fatima al-Fihri arrived. Fatima and her family were merchants who had migrated from Kairouan in modern-day Tunisia. They were wealthy, but more importantly, they were devout and had a profound respect for education. After her father passed away, Fatima inherited a significant fortune. But instead of using it for personal luxury, she had a much grander vision. She wanted to give back to her community, to create something that would last for generations. In the year 859, she initiated the construction of a mosque, which she named Al-Qarawiyyin in honor of her hometown. But Fatima's vision went far beyond a simple place of worship. From its very inception, the mosque was designed to be a madrasa, a place of learning. It started small, with circles of scholars and students gathering in the prayer hall to discuss the Quran and Islamic jurisprudence. But it quickly grew. Fatima personally oversaw the construction, fasting every day until the project was complete. She wasn't just a benefactor, she was the driving force, the visionary founder who laid the groundwork for what would become a global center of intellectual life. It's an incredible testament to the power of a single individual's determination and foresight. As the centuries rolled by, Al-Qarawiyyin's reputation soared. It wasn't just a local school anymore. It became a magnet for the brightest minds from across the Islamic world and beyond. Think of it as the Harvard or Cambridge of its time. Students and scholars traveled thousands of miles to study here. So what did they study? Well, it started with theology and law, but the curriculum expanded dramatically. Soon, you could find experts teaching grammar, rhetoric, logic, medicine, mathematics, astronomy, chemistry, and even history and geography. This wasn't just about memorization. Al-Qarawiyyin was a hub of critical thinking and intense debate. It was here that ideas were challenged, refined, and developed. The university introduced practices that we now consider standard in higher education. It awarded degrees, known as ijazas, to students who completed their studies and were deemed qualified by their professors to teach. This system of certification is a direct ancestor of the university diplomas we receive today. The university also developed the concept of different levels of education, from primary to advanced, creating a structured path for learning. The library of Al-Qarawiyyin is a story in itself. It's not just a library, it's a treasure chest of human knowledge, one of the oldest in the world. It houses thousands of priceless manuscripts, including a 9th century Quran, written in beautiful Kufic script on camel leather, and original texts by some of history's greatest thinkers. Imagine holding a book written by the philosopher Ibn Khaldun or the physician Ibn Tufayl. For centuries, this library was the guardian of knowledge, preserving texts that might have otherwise been lost to history. The influence of Al-Qarawiyyin didn't stay within the walls of Fes. Its ideas traveled far and wide, carried by its graduates and the scholars who visited. One of the most fascinating aspects is its connection to Europe. During the Middle Ages, when Europe was emerging from the so-called Dark Ages, Al-Qarawiyyin and other centers of learning in the Islamic world were at their peak. Scholars from Europe traveled here, thirsty for knowledge. One of the most famous figures believed to have studied, or at least been influenced by the knowledge from Fez, was Gerbert of Aurillac, who later became Pope Sylvester II. He is credited with introducing Arabic numerals, the very numbers we use today, 0 through 9, to the rest of Europe. This was a revolutionary development that transformed mathematics and science. Before this, Europeans were stuck using cumbersome Roman numerals. Imagine trying to do complex algebra with M's, X's, and V's. The adoption of Arabic numerals, championed by scholars connected to places like Al-Qarawiyyin, paved the way for the scientific revolution. But it wasn't just numbers. Concepts in astronomy, medicine, and philosophy flowed from Al-Qarawiyyin into Europe. The works of scholars like Ibn Rushd, known in the West as Averroes, and Ibn Sina, or Avicenna, were translated into Latin and studied intensely in the emerging European universities. These translations helped spark the Renaissance by reintroducing classical Greek philosophy, which had been preserved and expanded upon by Islamic scholars. So, in a very real sense, the intellectual fire of Al-Qarawiyyin helped to reignite the flame of learning in Europe. As we walk through the courtyards of Al-Qarawiyyin today, you can feel the weight of history. The architecture itself tells the story. The intricate tile work, the carved cedar wood, the elegant arches, they've been expanded and embellished by different dynasties over the centuries, each leaving its mark. The central courtyard, with its beautiful fountains, was not just for aesthetics. It was a space for contemplation and discussion, a place where generations of students debated the very nature of the universe. For centuries, admission was open to male Muslim students who had memorized the entire Quran and had a solid grounding in Arabic and other sciences. The learning process was intense. Students would sit in a semicircle or halqa around their professor, engaging in rigorous debate and discussion. There were no tuition fees. The university was supported by endowments or waqfs, which often covered students' board, lodging, and even some clothing. It was a system designed to make knowledge accessible to those who sought it, regardless of their financial status. For most of its history, Al-Qarawiyyin operated as a traditional madrasa, but in 1963 it was officially incorporated into Morocco's modern state university system. This was a major turning point. While it preserved its traditional focus on Islamic studies, it also modernized its curriculum and structure. And 2 years later, in a landmark decision, it officially opened its doors to female students, bringing the story full circle back to its visionary founder, Fatima Al-Fihri. Today, men and women study side by side, pursuing degrees in various fields, carrying on a legacy of learning that has spanned nearly 12 centuries. So, why does Al-Qarawiyyin matter today? It's more than just a historical curiosity or a record holder. It's a powerful symbol. It reminds us that the quest for knowledge is a universal human endeavor, transcending culture, religion, and time. It challenges the simplistic narratives we often hear about history, showing us the deep and complex connections between different civilizations. The story of Al-Qarawiyyin is a story of Islamic civilization's golden age, an era of incredible intellectual and scientific achievement. It's a story of a woman's vision changing the world. It also serves as an inspiration. In a world that can sometimes feel divided, Al-Qarawiyyin stands as a testament to the power of education to build bridges and foster understanding. It was a place where knowledge from different cultures was welcomed, studied, and built upon. It shows us that true progress comes from collaboration and an open exchange of ideas. The next time you solve a math problem using Arabic numerals, or study philosophy, or even receive a university degree, take a moment to remember Fatima al-Fihri and her incredible creation in the heart of Fes. Her legacy isn't just carved in stone and tile, it's embedded in the very fabric of our modern educational world. It's a story that deserves to be told and celebrated. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through time. What an incredible piece of history. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shaped our world. Let me know in the comments what other historical places or figures you'd like to explore next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.